Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the vault. Trust Christian, own nothing, control everything. Want to thank you for tuning in live or listening in a replay. And so, I just really wanted to say that this has been an incredible time on the vault. Thank you for listening. Good, wherever you are in the world. Once again, in the recording or live. Appreciate you. So, this is Trust Christian, own nothing, control everything at the vault. And today we're going to be talking about how to trade Forex stocks futures from a trust accountant. I just wanted to say we had a great week last week with, uh, just moving forward, but really wanted to come back and hit some highlight points this week. And so, once again, I just thank you all for tuning in live or listening to the replay. Today, I'm going to go over some information, even in the quick highlights of this past week, because I was really looking forward and excited to letting you all know that HTC blockchain phone Exodus partners with Opera browser and adds multiple dApps or DA apps. So interesting. Just want you all to. I was sitting with some senior trustees or trustees earlier and talking about this wave and this technology and this space of pretty much cryptocurrencies and things of that nature. And so, major stories this week would be how JP Morgan literally announced that they were going to be operating through a thing called JPM coin, which is a coin that is particularly a coin that they want to use for their insiders, as far as institutions and investors, and they would like to have a coin traded through their platform called the JPM coin, which is very interesting. And there was some criticism as well to the CEO of the company, who a year previously from now literally stated that he thinks that these coins are hoax, and he didn't believe them, but now he is the company launching a coin. So peace, good day, Glenn. And so it's one of those things that's very controversial. uh, I even saw today briefly on TV that there was a case where Elon Musk is being attacked by the SEC publicly, and it's just interesting to see how that company is looking now because of that situation with him releasing things on Twitter. It looks like the bad child syndrome. So, in that situation, there's a company that I got to see in Liechtenstein's bank. It's called Frick launches an institutional crypto trading platform. It says according to the bank's announcements, they will provide markets will provide institutional investors with a fully regulated, secure, multi-exchange access to a digital token asset class. And this company is going to create with their spinoff. We are offering institutional clients a unique combination of fintech company with bank regulated by the EU. So they're still looking to have EU regulations on these entities, and they're looking to what they say manage as a crypto exchange currency servicer. And so they're looking to create that, which is very interesting to say the least, which is Liechtenstein's bank Frick. So you guys can look into that. Good one there. What else did I see this week? There was talking about it was a surge this week in crypto. And then there was the XRP. The XRP was actually looking to be looked at as something that can be on the public side right now. With the JPM, they wanted to say that, and XRP was looking to be exchanged on Coinbase Pro. Have you heard about that at all, Cornell?
Yeah, I saw that article.
Yeah, there was an article this week uh about that, about how XRP is going to be allowed to be possibly exchanged on the crypto market with that. It's definitely something that I saw, and I was just like, okay, to say the least, that's interesting. Uh, Here we go. Here's a good change up for you all. Here's how much financial advisors earn in the United States in every state. Here we go. And this is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, ladies and gentlemen. Average annual income of a financial advisor 2017 is $124,000 according to the latest Bureau of Labor Statistics and Occupational Employment Statistics. Here we go. CIT Bank. This is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. New York 166, California 144, Connecticut 137, District of Columbia 135, Maine 134, Rhode Island 132. This is $127,000 and above. 126 in New Jersey, 126 in Florida, and 125th in North Carolina. Interesting, to say the least. So, this is interesting. This is what financial advisors are earning, Cornell. This is interesting. This is what they're earning in these markets. And I think that it's interesting to see your financial advisor. Think about this. Who are they really managing money for, Cornell? Who these financial advisors earning their money off?
Public people,
Right.
workers.
Workers. You want to put your money in a 401k, you give it to a financial advisor, right? Or the 401k mutual funder. That's the common knowledge. It says how much financial advisors earn in the United States. So think about it, guys. They're advising baby boomers. They're advising lots of individuals. I think this was Crypto Tidbits, Elon Musk enamored with Bitcoin. And I read some other things about that one. They have a Galaxy S phone now that's out that's actually has a crypto base to it. Whoa, did they just call Elon a, a billionaire off of that? Elon Musk lands Bitcoin for his brilliance. FY podcast. Tesla plans autonomy. Other innovations such as crypto, Ethereum. They're trying to get rid of Cornell. They said it. They're trying to push to get rid of what did they say in this here? They're trying to use these currencies over in Venezuela and countries like that. But they're in other countries, aren't they, Cornell?
Oh yeah, they use it big time.
So we got that move this week from JP Morgan that said they were actually putting out the uh, crypto with their coin. So I just I wanted to see if I have that article about Fidelity. Uh-oh, I think here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is the news you won't get on the news. Are you all ready? 12 billion University of Michigan endowment might deepen its crypto stake.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw it. Oh, you saw it. Here we go. He saw that this week. A crypto fund managed by venture capital giant Andreessen Horowitz, which this guy has been. He's your Facebook investor. He's all your. This is Andreessen. They get a lot of respect from our direction when it comes to investing because they're VCs. Doing very well. Mike, a giant, says they're investing 12 billion in an endowment plan with the University of Michigan. And that's this that, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, 12 billion has just been invested. And what people say is, "Oh, don't go into that." Well, where are your children about to get their education from now? From that school, and they're about to get their education from VC and Andreessen. So these are critical news things. Let me see. That was a good article, though, Cornell. I like that one. Here we go. Did they want to make me join? That was Barron's. Let me see what else we got here this week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Fidelity. Fidelity Investments crypto division joins Bitcoin Lightning Trust Chain. It says it isn't a secret that Lightning Network, a second-year solution aimed at easing the qualms of Bitcoin that Bitcoin faces with scalability. Everybody's talking about scalability nowadays. Fidelity takes up the Bitcoin torch. They're trying to hold this currency. It says this Wall Street giant has approximately 2 trillion in assets under management, joined in with the multi-week trust chain fund, accepting transactions in 3.64 million. What else are we looking at? All right, here we go. A Harvard endowment with Harvard University Blockchain Club. Harvard's colossal endowment has allocations in crypto and blockchain-centric funds. Harvard's Blockchain Club and the aforementioned Wall Street institution join a number of other big wigs in the cyberspace and are participating in the chain trust chain. Here we go. Is this all about trust? It's all about contract? And then we go into having participated and then they just start naming some names you guys got to see in this article, which is amazing. But yeah, so we're gonna move forward. Let me see if I got any other good articles for you all this week. You got any articles, Cornell?
I don't keep up with the news too much.
Yeah, right. All right, but you know about what's going on with these companies. You know about this crypto, don't? I got a good one for you, man. It's called Cosme, Cosmee, and
Cool.
this company, bro. Look, on Samsung Electronics presented Cosme, which is like a basically it's like women or people buy cosmetology stuff, and then they give a review, but they allow you to get like coins if you do reviews, and it's just crazy, man, how they've like had so many users download it, and how many people actually create reviews, and how many people get coins from these from creating a review. It's like it's they say it's widely known in Korea, used as a in the case of a DApp service. I don't know how they call this thing a D. I just don't get it. It just like if you see how the way they spell it, they it's like an iPhone type patent, like DApp service. So it makes you have to look up what DApp means, DAPP, which is some basic stuff, but it's something that really encourage you to see what a DAP is, and they call this DAP life. Now, oh boy, I didn't even know there's a such thing as a DAP. So you have to study what a DAP is. Yeah. Anyway, so as you all can see, there's a lot going on in the news. Cornell says he doesn't watch the news, but this episode is catered towards how to trade Forex stocks and futures from a trust account. And I think, Cornell and Naval, we do a lot, and we really wanted to have someone that knows that, trading Forex and futures is a lifestyle. Me and how we met was trading out of the trust account, in so many ways, because you were there, and I remember meeting you, and I was just like, man, this guy, Cornell was like, man, I could make $1,000 a day. I probably should tell him about our first conversation, but like when we first talked, I was like, Cornell, man, I was like, I was like, just talking to you, and you were like, yeah, I don't even think I'm going to stay the second day for this trust stuff. I don't even think I'm going to stay. I'm like, why you ain't going to stay? He like, man, I'm trading, man. I'm making thousands of dollars a day. I'm like, oh no, this brother is really like, and he said he can do it in hours. I'm like, oh no. When you have someone that's in control of income like that, and Cornell was like, you be in control of the income. Like we were having just great conversations, but it got to a point where the rubber hit the road, where it said trading out of the trust account and puts you in a position of a hedge fund. As you do your research over the years, you see hedge fund material. And now it's okay, Cornell, you're trading out of the trust account. What does that look like? What is that really encompassing when it comes to the lifestyle of trusteeship? What does that look like? And you're all now it's you learned this skill 3 to 5 years ago. I mean, maybe you can say and even tell people how long it took to learn the skill, because I do commend Cornell for the graveling years of learning this thing that seems so complex, that you look at the charts and all this good stuff. Everybody's so perplexed by the charts, and oh, my eyes are hurting, I don't know what I'm looking at a map of underground water submarine information. And then Cornell comes by and says, okay, you're gonna look at this black screen here, and it's gonna have some lines on it, but this green, this is letting you know the moving averages of the past 200 days. So this is letting you know in the past 200 days, this is what this has done. And this is the trend. One. And then he comes through and he says, he just gives you so much more basic layered information. And I'm just like, wow, if you can teach this to me, you could teach this to a kid. Because this is kiddie information. You only really share 5 things that I need to keep my eyes focused on as an institution, because the institutions are moving the market, and we're okay with the institutions moving the market, because they're taking your 401k money and investing it themselves.
Yeah.
That's what your financial advisors are doing. They're investing your 401k. All of those cities that I named, they're investing your money, And that's how much money they're making from their institutions, correct? Every year?
That's what they doing.
Okay, so we're talking about trading and doing it, from a trustee position. But, Cornell, if you want to introduce yourself and kind of, I know we had a webinar this past weekend. The thing was, it was special because it taught you what you needed to know to say, okay, I can do this, I can do that. If I go back and do the recording, the webinar, I can pretty much open an account, get started in demo, start learning how to recognize patterns, and start moving forward as what we would call, someone that's looking to learn the trade and be a trader in a trust account, or the stocks or the futures. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Cornell.
Well, yeah, I know it's Cornell. Got over 5 years trading. It took me about 7 months to catch on, but I continue to learn. I continue to study. So I run across different people because I put myself in different environments. And pretty much, I'm trading on a higher level than probably 95% of the people y'all see online. And that's just because of what I was taught on the institutional level. Cause like Christian knows, he been around me for a minute. Like he talking about the news on me, anything to me, cause everything is manipulated to the T. And I can show you on the chart pretty much what it's gonna do before it even happens, or where it's going to, and where it's gonna go back to. And I simplify it. So I don't need 1,000 strategies. I don't need somebody to come on here and tell me to use this and that. Because guess what? What I learned works on everything. And you ain't gonna have too many people that's gonna tell you that because they don't know that. I don't gotta go pay for futures. I don't got to go pay for Forex. I don't have to go pay for binary options. I don't have to go pay for stocks because you got to think about it. Institutions control everything. So when I'm looking at, and Christian seen it firsthand this weekend, pretty much works on everything. And that's the point I'm at now. But after you get the money, you also got to protect yourself. So we trade out the trust account. That's how we get up to this conversation on trade and trust because they do allow you to trade from a trust account. Most brokers are set up to deal with that type of business, and most institutions, as you see when you're looking at the crypto news and everything else, these guys are set up in these trusts.
Yeah. Do we want to expose them and what they're really setting up in the last place, man? Because they look, everyone. If you go to their websites, it tells you they obviously have trust set up as the cryptos, and because they're contracts, and then they have foundations. All of them have charities. Good quality ones have charities. You got to think about that. That's a good community